WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from House of McCallum, McWarrior. Yay! First edition 2018, 43.5%. Wow, I'm not sure about that. 36 euros and 90 cents over here, so about 40 some dollars. And this is whiskey base number 120629. Now, I met Anthony McCallum, that is the maker and the independent bottler here, and he gave me this sample at the Hansa Spirit Whiskey Fair in Hamburg, Germany in February, it could have been end of January of 2019. Anthony McCallum has over 24 years of experience working in the spirits Scotch industry. Many years he worked for Tamdhu and Glengoyne, so I think this actually might be one of those, and therefore I'm going to actually pull out my Tamdhu 12 and compare it to that. This has a finish in PX sherry casks, and if I remember correctly, Tamdhu uses Oloroso. Does it say here? I think it just says sherry all the time, to be honest. Sherry casks, sherry. Oh, and the finest Oloroso sherry casks. So we have a Oloroso and we have a PX. So, as I said, this is a very interesting bottle. If you look at the bottle over here, it's the Art of Whiskey. So Anthony is actually surrounded by a family of artists. And one of the people he admires is Simon Laurie, and this person painted this picture of the last prince of the Stuart dynasty, Prince Charles Edward Stuart from 1745. And most of his bottles actually have some type of painting on them. So very beautiful bottle. Anthony McCallum has beginner whiskeys. There's a McPink that is actually in a port ruby cask, so it actually has particles still in there. It's just through a metal mesh filter, not even a coffee filter. He has high-end whiskey and low-end whiskey, a very good thing. So after having 24 years of the spirits industry, he used to do his own bottlings. Now he actually does it again. Anthony belongs to one of the oldest clans of Scotland. That's why it's the House of McCallum. McCullum, McCallum. So I'm going to test this. Before I do that, I need to pour a little bit of the Tamdhu 12. Now, the Tamdhu 12 and the Glengoyne both belong to Ian McLeod, and they're very nice distilleries in Scotland. Glengoyne you can visit down in the lowlands. Tamdhu is not a visitor center unless you do it during the Speyside festival week, where you can actually book a tour. I think you have to be very quick because there's a very few tours and they fill up almost immediately. So, the nose. A lot of stewed fruits, canned fruits, apricots, plums, prunes. Let's stay with plums and a little bit of, so apricots, pears, peaches. Yeah, let's go for pears, apricots, and plums. The alcohol is fairly prominent, much more so than the Tamdhu. I actually did, I'm not going to do it this time, but I did the Glengoyne 12, the Tamdhu 12, and this McWarrior together in the German video. And the Glengoyne 12 is such a sweet, silky, nice whiskey. And the Tamdhu is, wow, it's a little bit of dirty, it's a little bit more of a man's type of whiskey. I really like it. It took me a while to get used to this. But now, I had the 15 first, and I know my video came out maybe a couple months ago from the Tamdhu 15. I really didn't like it. I just didn't know Tamdhu. My mistake, sorry. If I were to redo that video, I would actually probably rate the Tamdhu much higher than I did the first time. Inexperience, sorry, I'm on a whiskey journey, even though I've done over 1,200 videos in German and 300 almost in English. I'm still learning, as we all are along this way. So, I have also learned that this whiskey actually opens up. It needs time in the glass. That's why I'm talking so much. And second of all, it actually can use a little bit of water. You bring it down to 40%, it turns into a beautiful, silky experience. You leave it to 43.5%, it remains a little bit alcoholic, a little bit sharp, a little bit bitey. Let's just say that. All right, so cheers. Cilantro. Mm. Mm. Ooh, alcohol. Nah. It's a fairly young whiskey. I have a theory, and I might be totally wrong, but I might be right. Who knows? This is a single malt whiskey. Single malt means one distillery. It's not a single cask. So I'm saying that, and I'm not 1,000% sure about this statement I've just made. So let's take a look at this. It says here, single malt. Nowhere does it say single cask. My theory is that Anthony bought a Tamdhu 4-year-old. He bought a Tamdhu 10-year-old, one cask each, and he actually put both of those casks into a big sherry butt and finished them. And that's what I'm getting a little bit. I'm getting the nice, oh, look, and then, whoa, and then, oh, look. And I really have the feeling as if there's two souls, two hearts beating in this one glass. Might be wrong, but Anthony, if you ever watch this video and I'm right, tell me. That would really tickle my heart that I'm right. Or tell me, Jason, you are crazy. No. Why would I do that? Because, of course, you get about 600 bottles from one normal PXR, and then you can get it, that'd be 1,200 bottles. That's a lot of bottles to sell for the beginning here, but who knows. All right, going over the Tamdhu. Ah, yes, that sherry is very, very evident here. Much smoother, much more rounded. That sherry at the end just lifts everything up and gives it a wonderful, I get a caramel type of graham cracker type of sand, as a butter cake, as though these, the bundt cakes, just kind of pushes it up a little bit. I really like that Tamdhu the more and more I have it. This is a whiskey that at the beginning I was like, I'm not sure. And now it's like, oh yeah, baby. All right, going back to the McWarrior. It's got much more of that plum and much more of that apricot moment. Oh, what I haven't done is I haven't put the water in here yet. I tried to take it down. It was 43.5%, which is a weird number. All right, 46.5, I go, oh, non-chilled filtered, and it is non-chilled filtered, first of all. 43, I'm not really sure where that number came from. Originally, I thought they were just trying to, they took 46, they took 40, and just, in the middle. Maybe most of the stuff here from House of McCallum is 43.5%. Also, that is a possibility I've never thought of. Let's take a look here. 46.5. Okay, most of it is 46.5 or 43.5. Okay, just a very, very few things here are not. So we have the McElegance, the Mick of the Isles, the McPete, the McPink, and the McWarrior all are at 43.5%. I think I remember him telling me there's a reason, because maybe his great-grandfather did it exactly also at that ABV. However, I'm not sure that is the optimal strength of this whiskey. I personally say 40%. It gets oily, it gets more silky, it gets more round, the alcohol dissipates a little bit, the vanillas and the fruit come a little bit more fruit forward. It really helps it out. Even the nose, you notice it immediately. It really does help. It's got a great finish, by the way. There's no tannins, there's no bitterness. Fruity, malty, vanilla, goodness. Wow. I'm going to give this a B-. Great score, by the way. A is why haven't you bought it? B, buy it. C, don't. You can buy it. D, you don't have to buy it. And F is why was this even made? So this is, hey, if you can find it, try it, the McWhiskey. But, however, nevertheless, a little bit of water in there really opens it up. Give it a little bit of time. It really opens up. This is a very, very, very nice whiskey for the price tag of €36.50, about $42. I have no idea if it makes it over to the States, but I'm sure in Great Britain you have it, so you're paying probably about 35, maybe 30-something pounds for it. So if you haven't found this bottle, look at the label. You're going to go through a whiskey store and go, oh, I've seen that label before. That's the one Jason talked about, the McWarrior. That's interesting. Go for it. And even the McPink, that was the other, which one I haven't done here. The McPink actually has here... oh, okay. No. The McWarrior has a better score than the McPink. Pink. It has actually a couple points more on whiskey base. So, my question of the day is, what other whiskeys with a 12-year-old age, it's not 12 years old, but I had the Tamdhu 12. What is your favorite Scotch of 12 years of age? Is it a Bunnahabhain? Is it a McCallum? Is it a Tamdhu? Is it a Glengoyne? Is it a, I don't know. And I didn't say whiskey, I said Scotch. Yeah, I know I asked this question maybe a few months ago, and I asked, hey, what's your favorite 12-year-old whiskey? And I showed my Elijah Craig 12-year-old from back then. But today it's your favorite Scotch for 12 years old. That would be my question of the day. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Anthony McCallum, for the sample you gave me here. I'm very pleased to have tasted it in German and a video and also in English. Hopefully it helps. My tip of the day was send out some samples to some of the influencers online, some of the bloggers, some of the vloggers, and so on. Get some free publicity. You have a great product here. Not everyone goes to a whiskey fair. Not everyone actually goes to a stand. So you need some people online actually becoming your evangelists for you. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, tell others about this crazy American over here in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. And I'm very happy to promote this one. Didn't get a penny for it, but I did get nice little 3 or 4 little swigs here of a nice little dram. It was a total of 3 CLs I got in my little bottle here. Oh well. All the best. See you. My videos come out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Whiskey Jason here. All the best. Bye-bye.